British Prime Minister Liz Truss announced that she would step down from the top position of the country. However, given the divisions in the ruling Conservative Party, there is no obvious candidate to lead the country, likely heading into recession. Four contenders are likely to compete for the top position in the country in the next election.
National security, there is no economic security, and I think that is important that whoever are the candidates putting their names forward, they indicate that. But also at the same time, I have to recognise the issue of the mandate. This will be potentially our third Prime Minister since the general election of 2019.
Britain's former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak was the most popular candidate among Conservative lawmakers at Westminster, but after getting through to a runoff against Truss, he lost out in a vote involving some 170,000 party members who make the final decision.
It's not going to be easy. There are these divisions, but actually if you look at that support and you look at the approach that he's taken, I think he's the person to take us forward. And it's critically important at this incredibly challenging time.
Jeremy Hunt promoted himself in a series of confident performances on television and in the House of Commons as he ripped up Truss's economic manifesto. Hunt has already led some Conservative lawmakers to refer to him as the real Prime Minister, although he dismissed any will to take the top position in previous occasions. Penny Mordaunt, who's a former Defence Secretary, was a passionate supporter of leaving the EU. She only missed out in the final two-place runoff in the recent leadership challenge. One lawmaker has described her as having broad appeal, referring to her ability to find friends in various tribes of the party.
Recently, I think our party has lost its sense of self. If I can compare it to being in the Glastonbury audience when Paul McCartney was playing his set, we indulged all those new tunes, but what we really wanted was the good old stuff that we all knew the words to.
Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson was the face of the Brexit vote and won votes in parts of the country that had never voted Conservative before, but he was forced out by a string of scandals. Some closest to him say at the moment he's not interested in returning to the front line. Liz Truss leaving the British Prime Ministry has put the country in a difficult situation, especially after the collapse of her economic plan. The United Kingdom is looking forward to finding its way out of the crisis that might put the country in a more awkward stage of political crisis.